Hello fellow collectors, welcome back to another haul video. The lighting is still a challenge, but again, I continue to work on it, so please bear with me. And again, if you like this content, please like and subscribe to help the channel grow and help me provide better and more content. Today's haul, or I should say, you know what, not today's haul, just this week's haul. Never seen before and haven't seen it since. The Maisto Metal Grand National. Again, I apologize about the glare. Let's see if I can find one. Some of these blisters are a little bit challenged, so I'll have to find one that's provides a little less glare. Over there. Let's try this one. I mean, this is not bad. Maisto cars are light. There's not a lot to them, but look at the detail on this. This thing looks great. And if you're a Grand National fan, if you find these, grab them. They're $1. Only to be found at Dollar Tree, if you can find them. I found these three, and that was it. Haven't seen them since. And that was literally months ago. But man, that looks great. Good detail. Look at that grill, the headlights. I guess that would be fog lights or directionals. I'm not really sure. One or the other. That just looks absolutely fantastic. Even the rear detail. I mean, for $1, you can't go wrong. I'd love to do a wheel swap on this car. We'll see. If and when I do, I will certainly do a video on that. So I'd love to put some better tires on this car and maybe add some weight to it and see what it can do on the track. It'll be interesting, for sure, to say the least. The Grand National doesn't say anything about what it is on the card, which I find fascinating. But if you're a diecast collector, it's unmistakable. I can't remember read what that says. I don't think I can get through the glare to read that, but it looks like it says Grand National. But I'm telling you, other than the wheels, this thing looks absolutely fantastic. If you see it, I highly recommend picking this Maisto gem up. Maisto doesn't have many gems, but when they do, it's a knockout. I've been told from my fellow collectors, well, local collectors, that there's another version of this car that Maisto has done this year. I have not seen that, but I will endeavor to pick one up, and I'll endeavor to show you, and we'll compare the two cars. We'll even open one of these up, take a closer look at it. All right? Anyways, I found them, and if I continue to find them, I will continue to hoard them. Next up, the Muppets. Who doesn't like the Muppets? This is one of those sets by Hot Wheels where it's all about the card art. I mean, Miss Piggy, come on, this is great. I actually picked up a whole case of these. There were 2 whole cases at Walmart that I saw one day. And I actually just bought the 2 whole cases. So what I will do is I will do a case unboxing on these. We'll take a closer look at these. Unfortunately, these cards are just trashed. But whatever. It's unfortunate. I may trade these or sell these. Stay tuned and I'll keep you posted, but I don't really care about the custom Volkswagen Beetle. But for card art collectors, Miss Piggy, an absolute must-have. Looking good, Miss Piggy, looking good. 2 of those, couldn't resist. Next up, I found the 1970 Toyota Celica, which I couldn't be, whoops, sorry about that, which I couldn't be any more glad to see back in the Hot Wheels lineup. This thing looks great. I apologize about the lighting. I'm going to have to experiment on this lighting and see which works best, because this clearly is not working. But we're doing the best we can. Remember, it's not about the lighting, it's about the cars. telling you, it's good to see this back in the lineup. Last seen sometime back in the early 2000s or late 90s, but man, I'm telling you, this thing is fantastic. I'm told there's a recolor coming of this model from what I've seen from some of the case unboxings from folks that are lucky enough to get the cases that are far and above and beyond, and that we can find locally at the time being, or for the time being. But this 70 Toyota Celica looks fantastic. Looking forward to seeing more and more Toyotas. I'm looking forward to seeing a Camry. But if you're listening, Hot Wheels, what I'd really like to see is the Toyota, what is it? Geez, now I can't remember. Is the Toyota, unfortunately, I cannot remember which Toyota it is, but it will come back to me. But it is from 1983. I believe it is the Celica. It'll come back to me. And when it does, I will come back to this car, and then I'll reiterate what I'd like to see from Hot Wheels on this car. But there is a Toyota from 1983 that I would like to see. And I'd like to see some of the new Camrys and even some of the older Camrys too. So hopefully in the not so distant future, we'll see some Toyota Camrys now that Hot Wheels appears to have re-secured the Toyota license for cars. Anyways, good stuff. 70 Toyota Celica. Next up, the BMW M3 E36. You know, what I couldn't believe about this Eurofast set, and this model in particular, is at my Walmarts and Targets where this car actually showed up. Actually, I shouldn't say Walmart, more Target than anything. This was the peg warmer. And I kept thinking to myself, look at those rims. Look at this car. How could this possibly be a peg warmer? But yet it was. Or is. This thing looks fantastic. And if nothing else for you customizers out there, look at those wheels. They're going to look great on some other model. And for you racers like myself, can't wait to take this apart and put some plastic wheels on it, see what it can do on the track. Nice heavy car like this. Harkens back to the good old days of the mid-90s, late 80s, early 80s. Actually, anything up till really 2007, when you had metal-on-metal racers and really heavy cars. But again, we'll delve much more into that in future videos. And that same week, I found this, the 87 Buick Regal GNX. This is from the, I believe it's the Power Trip series? I can't remember. I think it's the Power Trip series. Either way, this was supposed to come out last year, and I never saw it. I kept thinking, oh, maybe it'll show up around Christmas time. Did not. Look at that. That looks excellent. And then I went to Target one Sunday afternoon, to my local Target, and there the set was, just hanging up. So, of course, they had one full set left. I only grabbed one car, in case you're forgetting. Plymouth Barracuda Hemi, 18 Challenger SRT Demon, Custom 72 Chevy Love, and the 1991 GMC Cyclone. I thought about picking up the Cyclone, but I thought, $525. I really wanted the Buick Regal. That was really the only car that really tickled my fancy from this whole set, even though all these cars are fantastic. But just from a personal collection standpoint, the 87 Buick Regal was really all I wanted to add. This thing just looks great. Look at that card art. Really? It's absolutely amazing. Rear detail. Good looking car. I'm hopeful to find some more of these and not have to resort to buying them on eBay for somebody for 15 or 17 bucks. This thing looks great, because I would like to open one up and maybe do a wheel swap and put some plastic tires and roll it down the track. We'll see. It's a pretty heavy model, so I think will have some gas on the track. Anyways, the 87 Buick Regal GNX. Now, in an ironic twist, I went to a Target that was not in my area, and this was maybe a month ago now. And, it was very bizarre. Because I know that the Fast Wagons are a popular set, but I thought that there would only be two models that were one model that would be really, really popular. And it was indeed the 69 Skyline van. However, I went to, not my Target, but another Target, and every other car in the set was gone, and these two were the only ones hanging up. The only thing that I can surmise, and I think from an educated guess, is that one of the clerks found somebody's hiding spot and was able to fish these out, then just put them right back out in the pegs. So I find it hard to imagine that somebody took every other car in the set and left these two behind. I can't even imagine that. But in case you haven't seen it, the 69 Nissan Skyline van looks amazing. See, for you JDM guys, not a big JDM guy, as I've said before. I mean, if I see it and I like it, I'll get it, and I certainly like this, and I decided to get it. This is the only time I have ever seen this car is, I think it was an X-Men set several years ago, but eventually I will compare the two, because I've actually been able to find quite a few of these over at various Targets, and I think it's AutoZone, and one of the other car part stores that carries Hot Wheels cars. Found these hanging up with some regularity. So I'm actually very excited to open one of these up and maybe even do a wheel swap on one of these and run these down the track. We shall see. Again, nice heavy model. We'll see. But this looks great. Well done. Hot Wheels has been killing it with the car culture set. This set began, I think, 4 years ago now, car culture series. And Hot Wheels has been knocking it out of the park ever since. This is a great addition to the Hot Wheels lineup. Not only this model, but car culture set, or pardon me, the car culture series in general. Next, that same week, I'll show you how bizarre the Hot Wheels collecting is, or the Diecast collecting is in my area. Do you find something, not only do you find something from last year, find something current from this year. The premium van set. Now, this is the custom 77 Dodge van. Great card art. Nice van. Better wheels. Look at that. That looks fantastic. Now again, this is one of those sets that seems to be, at least in my area, comes around once, you never see it again. Maybe you'll see it at AutoZone, or what's the other one? Any one of the car part stores. But I don't know. Haven't seen it at Walmart or anywhere else, and I really only saw it at that particular Target when it came out. But looks absolutely fantastic. Indeed. Love a good van. This one, the custom GNC panel van, Michelin. Great card art, isn't that awesome? Looks great. Well done. Tires, amazing. I love those deep dish rims. Oops, pardon me. Got that front detail, push bar. Or is that an off-road bar? I don't know what you would call that. Yeah, that looks great. Again, I apologize about the lighting. Again, we are working on it here at DNC Diecast. Looks great. The rear deco detail. Anyways, custom GNC panel van. Nice. Now this next car, excuse me, I can tell you, this next car, the Batman Classic TV Series Batmobile by ID, I have not seen in my local Walmart or local Target not one new ID set this year. Not one. It is very, very bizarre. I had to trade with a friend of mine who went to, I believe he went to Las Vegas and did whatever he did in Las Vegas, picked up some cars, did some picking, and he actually found several of these. And when he came back, of course, he asked me, hey, man, you know, would you like one? And I said, yeah, oh, absolutely. And we cut a deal. I believe I traded him a couple of Zamax that he didn't have for this car, as I am a Batman, or at least a classic TV series Batmobile collector. But you could argue that I collect all Batmobiles. Now, when these will be seen in my area, I don't know, if ever. I mean, we're on, I think they're on ID set 4 for this year. And again, in my area, we haven't seen ID set 1 for 2021. So, indeed, it's too bad. It's a good looking car. But when they do show up in my area, if they do, I will certainly be on the lookout and be picking them up. You've seen these in your area? Are you getting ID cars at your Walmart? Leave me a comment below. Let me know. So again, I always like to know what people are finding in their areas. Are they finding these things? What is happening? Because I think ultimately, if Hot Wheels watches these videos, and I think that they do, I'm a firm believer that they do watch these videos on YouTube. They'd love to know what their distribution is actually like on the ground. You know, what it looks like on paper can be one thing, but what's actually happening on the ground for collectors, as you and I both know, or as you and I all know, can be two completely different things. And this is certainly something that has vexed me all year long so far in 2021. No new ID cars. I mean, the only ID cars left at my Walmart or local Walmart and local Target are the Time-A-Taxi. They have 4 Time-A-Taxis at each place. Nobody wants to buy them. And I'm thinking, okay, do I have to buy the last 4 Time-A-Taxis to get you and order another ID car? I've had the folks scan them and everything, and it says on their scanner, nothing ordered, nothing coming. It's like they don't exist. But at any rate, leave a comment, let me know. Are you finding these new 2021 ID cars in your area? I'm very interested. Now, on to Auto World. This truck I found that same week, and I believe this was, it was definitely a Walmart. The Chevy Bonanza C10 Fleetside, 1976. I do love a good square body. I think this truck looks fantastic. Auto World is pardon me. Auto World is absolutely killing it with these trucks this year. Absolutely killing it. This looks fantastic. Is it my favorite? Is it my favorite square body? No, but is it still nice? Absolutely. Do I recommend it adding to your collection if you're a square body person? 100%. Look at that. That looks great. Anyways, Auto World. Highly recommend. And next, we have the 1969, I believe it's 69, Pontiac GTO, Hearst Deco. I'm telling you, these M2 drivers, unreal. Especially if you're a muscle car person, they really do it up. This thing looks absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. You're a GTO man, I would say, or a Hearst collector, a Hearst Deco collector, highly recommending adding this to your collection. This looks great. And I wasn't sure if I was going to show these, but then I decided, why not? I did find somebody's hiding spot at a Walmart that was not in my area, because I don't ever remember seeing these at the Walmart in my area. I'm sure they get gobbled up pretty quickly. Which, hey, you either get there first or you're last. It's like that. You guys know how it is. You can bitch and moan all you want, but you know how it is. You get to a case first, do you leave a super behind? I didn't think so. But nonetheless, this is not a super, but never saw these at my Walmart. This is the, what is this again? Chevy Cheyenne Super 10 4x4. Again, sorry about the glare. I will continue to work on this. This thing just looks fantastic. Granted, again, you pay a little bit more for the Coke Deco, but what a truck. How great does that look? Absolutely amazing. Well done, M2. Well done. Liked it so much. I picked up both of them that I found from someone's hiding spot. You may ask, where was this hiding spot? No, it wasn't a very good one. It was just behind some of the Nerf equipment. I believe it was a Nerf. I think it was Nerf ammunition. There were like 10 boxes, and this was hidden behind those 10 boxes. You know, I always take a look behind because I find that most collectors don't hide things too well. So always take a look around, up, down, below, behind boxes, you know, across from the peg cars. Guaranteed you'll find something. And today, or that day, I found these. And I decided, well, we're going to get them both. These are great. Looks good. Next, I found, and this was a real treat. I was really appreciative of this. I believe this is the, which one is this? Moon Eyes M2 hauler. This is the, let me pull this away, take a better look at it. 1968 Chevrolet G60 truck and the 1976 Chevrolet Silverado Stepside Moon Eyes edition. This just looks great. You know, I don't necessarily collect these big trucks from M2, but this year there's been so much good stuff. How could you not? And I figure it's one of those things, you see this, you wait, it's gone. You either decide right then, right there, right on the spot, I'm going to get it, or it's going to be gone, and it's a toss-up to whether you'll ever see it again, or whether you'll be buying it on eBay from somebody for premium bucks. I decided, since I couldn't make up my mind, I would just buy it. So if I decide later I don't want it, somebody will either buy it or I'll trade something for it and get something I really want. But I think I really want this. This was really fantastic. Moon Eyes. Good looking trucks too. Amazing. And next, the 1966 Dodge L600 COE and a 1966 Dodge Charger Hemi. Hearst edition. That looks absolutely fantastic. If you're a Hearst Deco collector, this is a must-have. Absolute must-have. Another well-done set by M2. Just as I said before, and I shall say again, just absolutely killing it in 2021. These sets. Killing it. Look at that. Whoops. There we go. That looks great. Well done. I love the display. You get an instant display with M2. You know, you can lose the box and just keep the plastic display, keep the background. Yeah, it's fantastic. And lastly, for this week's haul, another Hearst piece I found at the same Walmart. This is the 1966 Ford C950 truck and a 1965 Ford Econoline truck. And I know some people are like, with that Ford Econoline, but look at that. Looks great. Sorry about the dusty box. It's one of the pitfalls of falling behind in your haul videos. Sometimes your boxes get dusty. I don't have my cloth handy to wipe it off. Nonetheless, another outstanding week of diecast collecting. How are you guys doing? What did you guys find this week? Anything good? Leave it in the comments. Let me know. Let me know what you think of this week's haul. Any other comments, suggestions, or anything else, leave it in the comments below. Please like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Take care, guys.